All right, y'all. We're going to take it back to how we used to do things. We're going to do it a little different. Yeah, in the studio, studio. Ho, 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 Teddy Payne. It's been a while, y'all, so I got to do it. Convict, whoa, whoa. Better just close your eyes and picture me playing your Spanish guitar. Baby, where we're going, there ain't no such thing as a bando. If I could, I would stroke your body like I do my keyboard. Are you ready? Ready to do some things you never did before? Let's make love in the studio. Studio, studio. Let's make love in the studio. Studio. Let's make love in the. I see you from the booth, and you remind me of a brand new saxophone. Girl, I'm trying my best, but the music won't let me leave you alone. And your body's like a flute, I can't stop blowing on you. Are you ready? Ready to do some things you never did before? Let's make love in the studio. Studio. Let's make love in the studio. Studio. Do you mind if I pluck up on your strings for 1 minute? And do you mind if I do some nasty things for 1 minute? Girl, if I could, I would stroke your body like I do my keyboard. Are you ready? Ready to do some things you never did before? Let's make love in the studio. I miss doing that. What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and this here is the United Guns of America and the Relationship Rehab. And what we doing on tonight is having a good goddamn time. That's what we doing on tonight. I feel good. I'm looking good. I'm still smelling good. And man, it's just good to be here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it cracking. And we gonna get to the bottom of some things on tonight. But first and foremost, let's hear from my good thing, my wifestress, my side chick, my forever girl, my baby mama, and tell us a little something about this here special, this fair use.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Let me tell y'all something. It ain't nothing like some good Welch's sparkling grape juice. This Welch's got your boy right. Nectar of the gods. A drink only fit for kings. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, yes indeed. That there is some water that Jesus turned wine. Yeah. They're the only water. Ain't that what Jesus say? But Let's go ahead and dive right in. Hey, T Electric, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And let me give a shout out to G Friend 94 for being the first. Man, hold up. I think this is an all-time high or first. G Friend 94 is the first in both chats. First in United Guns of America and first over in the relationship rehab. I don't think that's happened before. Congratulations. You hate your miss last night. Hey, that's all right. I know you watched the replay and click that thumbs up for your boy. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just glad to be back online one more again. So I'm really excited. The last time it happened with the feed, yes. And you know what? My internet was down that whole time. But I'm glad I'm back. I'm like really excited. I'm gonna try to stream something every day this whole week. I'm just trying to make it up to y'all. I'm just trying to do it. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to create content all week long. I want to have a content revival on online. That's what I'm trying to do. We try to have a content revival. I'm trying to go Monday to we went Sunday. I'm trying to go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it's at least 5 days. I don't know about Friday, maybe Saturday. Yeah, one of them. But I'm definitely trying to get it cracking. I have missed y'all terribly. As Charles Barkley would say, I've missed y'all terribly. And man, I just want to do what we do and have a great time doing what we do. So without further ado, with all of the do, we're going to talk about somebody who basically ain't getting due process. He just getting fucked with. Now, we've all heard of driving while black. We've all heard of that. And we was talking yesterday about stop and frisk. And I had a lot of people, I was surprised, well, not a lot, but it was a few people that really was on board with stop and frisk. And I was just, my mind was blown. I couldn't believe it. But either way, the thing is this. When you're talking about driving while black, you're talking about, hey, I got pulled over, racially profiled and all that stuff. That's one thing. And like I said, having been on both sides, I get the fact when a police officer stops somebody because they know this person will have a strong suspicion that this guy's a bad guy, essentially. And I've seen that happen. I've actually been out on patrol and have done that. Hey, I know these people, they full of shit. And we know they known to be criminals in the community. Yeah, let's pull them over. I've done it. I've seen it done. And my thing is this. There's a time and a place for it. And it is a part of good police work. It really is. When you know your ain't shit people in your community, you definitely should pull their ass over. Until they show you otherwise or show you different, you absolutely should fuck with them. You don't have to harass them, but you should definitely be aware of them and make sure that they are aware of you. I get that. But there's also a thing and a time to where sometimes you're just fucking with somebody for the sake of fucking with somebody. And that's pretty much what I've seen here. And we're going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to break it down as we go through it. Ooh, I like that. That rhymes. I should be a rapper. But let's go ahead and let's do this.
Morning. How are you, sir? Deputy Snell with the Sampson County Sheriff's Office. You got your license and registration on you?
I do.
Okay. Salute, Grill.
All right, may I ask what the stop is for, sir?
I'll let you know as soon as you give me your ID.
Now, some people may find it wrong when this happens. Some people will look and say, "Oh, as soon as the police pull me over, they got to tell me why they stopped me." Nah. That's not necessarily true. So, what you're doing is you're having conversation, but I first and foremost, I do want to check to make sure that you're driving legal and you ain't riding dirty. So, when I ask you to produce those credentials, give me your license, your registration, proof of insurance, motherfucker, you have to produce that. I don't know why people feel like I ain't got to give the police nothing till they tell me why they pulled me over. You don't. You have to produce license, registration, proof of insurance. Plain and simple. So, produce it. Don't even go into back and forth. Once you produce it, then the ball's back in your court to ask the officer Can you tell me why you stopped me, officer? Okay, tell me why you pulled me over. So yes, you can do that. But the whole thing of trying to question the police as soon as they stop you, it's a bad mistake. It's a dumbass move. Don't do it. If you too legit to quit, then you ain't got shit to worry about no way. Like this guy was. He was too legit to quit. So what you do is you make sure that you produce your credentials. As soon as them motherfuckers hit the lights on, get your shit ready, because you know that's what they're going to ask for. If you want to go 10 and 2 or put your hands up on the dash because you think they might shoot you or they might Philando Castile your ass, I get it. Wait and tell the officer, yes, officer, how can I help you? And if you tell you then, officer, I'm going into my glove box, I'm going into my armrest or whatever, that's fine too. But be prepared to produce those credentials when a police officer comes up to your car. Plain and simple. Just be ready to do the shit. That's the first part of just being on the right side of the tracks on this whole thing. All right.
Who you work for there? Your shirt.
Delmar Oil Company.
Delmar Oil Company.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long you been there?
My ass, why that is.
Well, I'm just talking, Jim. I see your shirt there. I'm just asking.
Now, here's the thing. At this point, this part of just saying I got to answer the police officers' questions where they ask me where I'm working, where I'm going, where I'm coming from, you don't have to answer that. You don't. Here's why police officers do it. They do it to establish rapport and to establish dialogue by asking you questions that you should already fucking know. They're also establishing, like I mentioned last night, a baseline. That's what they're doing. So when you're talking about saying, hey, why are you asking me all these questions? This is why. They're not trying to get off up in your business. They're trying to establish rapport and a baseline for you telling them the truth or not, or if you're lying to them. Because what do most bad guys do? Most bad guys lie. Most good guys tell the truth. So that's why we do that. That's why we ask you, hey, how's it going tonight? Where you going? Where you coming from? Oh, okay, where you work at? Good, good. Because if you fumble on those basic questions, where the fuck you just left from, why wouldn't you know that? Unless you just left from the dope house, you don't want to tell me that shit, do you? You don't do that. If you're on your way to the dope house, you don't want to tell me that. Yeah, I'm about to go pick up this hoe on the corner who waiting for me. You don't want to tell me those things. So that's going to let me know if you're literally up to fuck shit or not. It's going to let me know. And it's going to let me know how far I can trust you. Okay? So when you have those type of questions being asked, it's not that the police are not trying to harass you. That is not harassing you by asking you some simple questions. It's not. So that's why they do that. And just so I can answer this question, Brielle said you have to produce ID, but then you don't have to talk after you show ID. Supreme Court says so. Yup. And also the Supreme Court says that a police officer has a lot more shit that they can do to your ass if they have probable cause. And especially when you have a violation for road safety or a violation for a traffic violation, whatever. Don't get mad if you're gonna be that asshole that's gonna say that more shit. I'm a police. I don't have to answer your questions. I'm traveling. I'm not operating a vehicle. When you do that, and the police officer, especially when you riding dirty, because this is what a lot of people fuck up and do. They speeding, they driving without a seatbelt, they got a busted tail light, they made an illegal lane change or whatever the fucking case may be. Then when they get pulled over, they want to claim that I'm not a U.S. citizen, I'm a sovereign citizen bullshit. Then when your ass get yanked out your car, you get that Malinois, that Belgian Malinois sicked on your ass, then you want to try to say, why am I being treated this way? Because you being a dick. Because you're being a dumbass. Plain and simple. All that shit about I'm traveling, I'm not operating a vehicle, I'm traveling, I have the right to travel, all that bullshit. When you operating a motor vehicle, motherfucker, in that state, in that city, in that county, you are subject to those laws. You are participating in that government when you do that. When you get your driver's license, you participating in the government. So all that shit about you want to be an asshole, you want to be a dick about it. The Supreme Court justice says, get your supervisor out here. You want to do that, fine, but know what comes with it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, me being a former police officer, you fucking be an asshole to me, I'm going to go out of my way and go above and beyond to be an asshole to you. The shit works both ways. And at the end of the day, I am the person who's in position of authority. All that you work for me shit, all of that, yep, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm in the position of authority, and all that shit you want to play, you want to be an asshole, I can be a bigger asshole than you can be, sir, because I have more power than you in that moment. So you want to be the sovereign citizen, you better very well know the law, you better very well know your shit, because if you don't, it's going to end up bad for you the majority of the time. Sometimes police officers don't even want to be bothered with that dumb shit and don't have time for it. Might be closer to lunch, might be closer to the shift being over, or they just don't feel like dealing with fuck shit at that point. But the majority of the time, that shit will go left. Yes, and I understand what you're saying, Shadow Bar. You can still do everything right and still get treated. Yes, you can. That is true. And that's where you go and you file your complaint. That's where if some shit do go way left, then your ass sue the police department. That's what it is. That's what needs to take place. If you have your shit together as a citizen and you know the law and you know how to interact with the police, most of the time it's gonna go cool. It's gonna be all good. And when shit does go left, now you have the evidence in your favor to support your argument. So when you go to your local politicians and complain, when you go to the police department to complain, when you go and file that civil lawsuit against the city or the county, whatever, that's how you win. Whole court in court, not in the streets. Never works out for you when you do that shit. So,
Is it wrong to ask you questions about where you work?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what that has to do with the stop.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't want, just casual conversation, that's fine.
Since
I got you stopped here, you're driving 65, and speed limit 70. I'm just wondering what's wrong. Are you okay?
Other than,
You okay? You ain't
traveling 5 miles below the speed limit.
Yes, sir. I'm just checking on you.
Now, here is where the bullshit ensues. What's up, Mr. Strayham? Here's where the bullshit ensues. You get pulled over doing 5 miles below the speed limit. Now I know what this is. And the first time when I saw this, I knew what it was. I said, oh, so now you fucking with him. You pulled him over to fuck with him. Plain and simple. If that's what the police officer responded to as to why he pulled you over, yeah, well, I saw you driving 5 miles below the speed limit. You okay? Now I know what it is. You fucking with me just because you see me driving a brand new car, because he's in a rental car. So you rent new car. So it's a 2019, whatever the fuck. And he sees that it's a black dude driving this car. So what you thinking, being a white boy, young as fuck, on patrol in Sampson County, North Carolina, you gonna think, drug dealer, dope boy. That's what you thinking. Now, once you pulled him over and the dude told you where he worked, he said he worked for an oil company, you could have backed off right then and there. You could have backed off right then and there. Say, hey, man, I was just doing a safety check on you, man. I saw that you swerved or something. I just wanted to make sure you was good. Have a nice day, man. But no, he wants to justify why he stopped him on some fuck shit. And this is the problem that people have with the police. To all of my fellow police officers, it's this guy right here that fucks it up for everybody. Ain't no way you make this stop with that reason. Now, if you want to tell him some other shit, hey, I saw you swerving, you made an illegal lane change, you changed lanes without signaling, now you got him dead to rights. But to pull him over and you tell him, I'm pulling you over because you was 5 miles below the speed limit. So you're actually pulling me over because I'm being a safe driver, because driving at the speed limit is not the law. It is not what you're supposed to do. You're first and foremost supposed to drive with the flow of traffic. If you are on the road by yourself, as long as you're not over the speed limit, you are driving safe unless you're driving substantially below, like doing 35 in a 70. I believe it should be, you shouldn't be less than 15 miles in the speed of the speed limit, under the speed limit. So if the speed limit's 70 and you're in traffic, or there's no flow of traffic, then you should say, hey, I shouldn't be doing nothing less than 55. Because if you're doing 70, then that means that you're on a highway. You're on a highway, you're on an interstate, whatever the case may be. So you know the minimum is 55 in a 70. So that's what you should be driving. But this dude is way on the other side of that. He's doing 65 in a 70. He's literally being a safe driver. And you pulled him over and you telling him that. You're being an asshole. Plain and simple. There's no justification for it. Any police officer that sees this and says anything otherwise, that's bullshit.
That's all I'm doing, okay?
Yes, sir.
You good?
I'm great.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm doing better than I deserve, you know. You got the paperwork for the vehicle?
It's actually a rental car. The only paperwork that I have is via email.
It's what?
A rental car.
But what were you saying about something? You said something right after that.
The only paperwork they give you is via email.
Okay. You pull it up digitally?
I can.
Okay.
That's what he just said. What the fuck is email? It's like, this is the thing. Inbox has said, would you file a complaint? It depends on two things really. Do I have time to do it? And do I want to be bothered with it? Do I really have time to do it? And with him not living there, then now you file a complaint. You may have to go back and forth or whatever. You may have to do that. Or you could just go down there and bitch to the sergeant and be done if you got time to do it. So you could file a formal complaint, or you can just go down there and bitch to the sergeant. Either way, or the desk sergeant, or the watch commander, or whatever the case may be. So you could do that. Thanks, brother DJ. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, compliment me on the tab, man. Like I just get out of court. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like you have to be, whenever you, as a police officer, whatever you do as a police officer, when you got on your uniform and you out there in them streets, you always have to know what you're going to do, and then what you're going to do after that, and what you're going to do after that. You have to be thinking at least 3 steps ahead of what you about, 2 to 3 steps ahead of what you about to do. I'm going to pull this guy over. Why am I pulling him over? Well, because I think this motherfucker might be a dope dealer. He might be a dope boy. So I could potentially pull him over, smell some weed, see some smoke. Now I got him on probable cause, and I could possibly get me an arrest today and do some good police work. Could. But if this motherfucker ain't got no weed smell, ain't got no weed smoke, I don't see no probable cause. I need to be swift in just letting this motherfucker go for 2 reasons. I don't want to come off as an asshole holding him up when he's done nothing wrong, but I also want to be able to get back to the hunt. I want to get back out here on these streets. So it's like, if you're going to do that, then go ahead and just do it. You see he ain't riding dirty, let him go. Hey man, I saw you, your lane change. I saw some black exhaust come out of your tailpipe. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Vehicle seems to be functioning fine now. I just wanted to give you just wanted to stop and do a safety check. Hey man, have a good day. But that's not what this guy does. He's literally like running his shit.
How long you got it for?
Until I decide to take it back.
Oh, scared. Damn.
Which is a good answer now, because he see that you fucking with him. And motherfucker, I ain't gotta tell you when the fuck I'm taking my rental car back. As long as that rental car is not reported stolen, I ain't gotta tell you shit about my rental agreement. I got one, motherfucker. That's it. You want to see the email paperwork? Fine, to show you that the car is mine. Great. Other than that, if that car ain't reported stolen, when I gotta take it back and when I picked it up, has nothing to do with you on a fucking 5 mile below the speed limit traffic stop, sir.
They don't have like a scheduled day to return it?
They do, but unfortunately for my schedule right now, I'm not able to.
And everybody knows that, including this officer. And if he don't, he fucking should if he's making fucking vehicle traffic stops. Whatever that, I could rent a car today and the return date could be tomorrow. I could keep the motherfucker for 3 months as long as that credit card is good. Ain't nobody at Enterprise, Budget, Avis, Hertz, or National gonna say shit. That's the business that they're in, is for me to rent the vehicle. They make money when I'm driving the car every 24 hours. What is the problem? But he don't know what to do now, which is why he's fumbling around.
All right, there you go. It was due back yesterday at 2:30.
Okay.
Because my thing is this, people do that all the time. You could be flying into a conference, or you could be using a rental car, you on especially on company time, especially if it's a company rental car. Even if you're getting reimbursed for whatever, I can say, hey, I got the car, picked it up today. I don't know how many days it'll be here, so let's say 3 days. Wind up being there for 7 days, so what? No problem. If there is a problem, the rental car company will reach out to you and say, hey, we just wanted to make sure if everything was good with the car. If you're going to keep the car another day or two, whatever, fine. At worst, that's what you'll get. All right, let me see what you said. Got to have time to put it in the record for future complaints and or lawsuits. Yeah, that's true. If John, if you was, that's John. That's my boy. What up, John? Hey, that is true if you want to do that. That's why I say if you want to take that time and you want to push that shit, gotcha. Great feedback, but I want to watch the full video. You keep stopping every 3 minutes. Well, Sunni, that's why it's called a breakdown. This is a commentary. If you want to watch the video, then you go on Google and you look it up yourself. This is not a replay of the video. This is a commentary of the video. This is a breakdown of the video. This is what I do. So if you're gonna keep doing that, then yes, you want to watch it straight through, get the fuck on. But thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Okay. Where are you coming from now?
Where am I coming from?
Yes, sir.
Goldsboro.
Goldsboro. Is that where the office is?
I'm trying to understand what.
Now he could have just been like, yeah, whatever. He said, wait, where you coming from? Oh, I just left Milwaukee. Are you driving through? I guess. I'm just driving. I'm going on a scenic route. I'm out on a 3-hour tour. Whatever the case may be. The problem is this. We got to fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it. Smelling. No, that's fucking kidding me. But the problem is this. Deputy Snell didn't have his script ready. And when you don't have your script ready, then you start asking stupid ass questions that don't really matter. He's at this point not establishing rapport. He's now trying to work out and figure out what the fuck is he going to do next, which is what he should have already had done once he put the lights on that motherfucker and was walking up to the car. Should have had that figured out. Just like the shadow bar said, I got pulled over while being in military uniform for driving the speed limit. The officer kept asking me dumb questions and didn't see my white sergeant sitting in the passenger seat next to me. Exactly. And he sat up and was like, hey, officer, is everything okay? It's like the cop backed off. That's the thing. When you get up there and you see, oh, this motherfucker's in uniform. No, this motherfucker's here. Let me tell you something. I was driving, and this was back in the late 90s. Late 90s, yeah, it's like 99. I was driving in a Camaro Z28. Shout out to my brother. I was driving in a Camaro Z28 in my hood, okay? And I was fucking flying. I'm going down residential. I'm talking residential block. I'm probably doing about maybe 70 miles an hour. I done pulled off from the crib and hit it. Gone. The detectives get behind me. I ain't even see him. I flew. Boom, I'm gone, nigga. Detectives hit me with the lights, see me, fly by them, hit me with the lights. I pull over. The detectives caught up with me and pulled over. By the time I was going so fast, when I flew by them and they turned onto the street I was on and got behind me and hit me with the lights, I was so far ahead of them that I was able to pull over and get out the car. By the time they pulled up behind the car, they saw that I had law enforcement memorial plates on it, and they literally was just like, "Oh man, slow down, man." I was like, "All right, I'm sorry, guys," and got back in. They thought I was the fucking police at that time, and I wasn't. My brother was. I was just driving his car. So it's like they already knew what they was gonna do if I wasn't the police, but they thought that I was, so they were just like, "Fuck it, go ahead." They already had in their mind what they was gonna do. Oh, if this is a regular motherfucker, oh, we got his ass. We searching his car. We motherfucking getting him out the car. We patting him down. We gonna try to find some shit because they were detectives. They wasn't writing no tickets. They looking for guns and dope. So they had in their mind what they were already gonna do. That's what I'm saying here. He didn't. He didn't. That's the point. And now he's literally fumbling.
What's the relation?
Do what?
I'm trying to understand the relation to the traffic stop.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where you're coming from, where you're going, mess like that.
So I have to identify where I'm traveling to and from during the traffic
All right,
stop?
hang tight here just a minute, buddy.
I don't understand.
Lord, in Illinois, they have, I don't know if they still got it. In Illinois, they have law enforcement memorial plates, which is basically like a license plate. It's only, and it's numbered, and it has, it's a real license plate, but it's a plate that has the police star on it, and it's a specialized plate. You got to pay a little bit of money for it, but you can get them on your vehicle, and they are like every year you can get them. You got to pay for them every year. With most plates that you get in Illinois, you buy the plates once and you good. You just buy a sticker every year. But these plates are different. They're literally they're special vanity plates. So,
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
so like now he's taking the
That.
so I have to identify where I'm traveling to and from during the traffic
All right,
stop?
hang tight here just
right. So now what he's doing is he's like, damn, so what the fuck? Like, I got to tell you where I'm going and coming, which is a good question, because now it's like, what you stopping me for, man? Because what you pulled me over for is illegal. That's not a legal stop. Me driving 5 miles per hour under the speed limit is not a reason to pull me over, sir. Why are you pulling me over? I'm sure you didn't see me driving by and wanted to know, well, I wonder where this guy's going on this fine, beautiful day outside. I wonder where he's coming from. So, motherfucker, don't pull me over to ask me a bunch of questions. Pull me over with a game plan. Pull me over with a plan to say, here's what I'm trying to do. I want to run this motherfucker plates. I want to run his license, which is what he should have did. He should have went ahead and did what he was going to do, and then came back and said, yeah, just, you were driving 5 miles under, or I thought you wanted to check on you, make sure you were safe, make sure everything was good. Here's how and why you should do that. This shit happened to me. I was driving in a neighborhood that most people that look like me and drive what I drive, you don't see it every day. You know what the cop pulled me over for? He said that he saw me swerve, and I laughed as I said now. He said that he saw me swerve as I changed lanes. How the fuck do you do that? Yeah, I saw you swerving as you changed lanes. I literally, when he said it, I said, huh? I said, oh, okay. I know what this is. Go ahead, man. That's all I said. I said, go ahead, man. Because I now know what the fuck he was doing. You pulled me over because I was black driving a sweet ass motherfucking lack, and that's some shit you don't usually see in that neighborhood. I was driving an expensive car, and I was a black dude. Plain and simple. You don't see too many niggas over there in the first place, and then you see a nigga in a nice ass car. I'm taking the chances of you having the motherfucking being a dope dealer or a gangbang or something. I get it. That's why I just said, I said, huh? I said, go ahead, man. It's about 11, 12 o'clock at night. I get it. And I knew I'm riding clean than a motherfucker. But I knew what he was doing. So that's why I said, go ahead, man. He went, ran my shit, came back, said, hey, man, everything seems to be good. You checked out. You know, just saw that you swerved and was just pulling you over for safety reasons, man. That's it, and that's all. Cool. Don't smell any alcohol or anything like that. Yeah, you're good to go. Have a good night, sir. All of maybe 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. All right, let me stop. But that's what it was. What's up, Jason? Been pulled over several times for no reason. Then they get stupid until they see my badge, and it's okay. I get it. Right. And it's like that's what happens. But here's the thing for police officers. You need to have your shit together, man. Have your script together and know how shit is gonna go. Have that flow chart in your mind and say, if this happens, I'm gonna go this way. If this happens, I'm gonna go this way. And if this happens, I'm gonna go that way. Until you get that probable cause, it's like, dude, ain't no fucking point of you prolonging the inevitable. Because you ain't gonna do nothing but make yourself look like a dumbass, and you're gonna piss off your citizen.
Just a minute, buddy.
I don't understand. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
he should have been at just a minute. Let me go check this out, and I'll be right back. He should have been at that once he saw where you coming from or where you work at. I'm work for the oil company, whatever. All right, cool. You gave me your credentials, no problem. I'll be right back, sir.
yeah, then you telling me I gotta identify to you where I going to and coming from. Like, that don't make sense, bro. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? And I'm really about to record that boy. Like, ticket, bro. Like, what could you possibly have wrote me a ticket for?
And that was the other thing too. Another reason why police talk to you and ask you questions, because they want to check your sobriety. We want to see if your speech is slurred. We want to see if you're talking. We can smell alcohol on your breath, because that is probable cause. So that's one of the things. That's another reason why we ask your ass all of those motherfucking just basic questions, to get your ass to talking, so we can hear or see if there's something else that can indicate that you are driving under the influence or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Videos there. This here's a warning, okay? No court date, no fine, nothing like that. You can throw this paper away when you get to the house. Ain't nothing to really worry about, all right?
Okay, what was the warning for?
All right. Have a good day.
Now, here's the thing. As opposed to him just saying what he could have done, he could have just been like, hey, man, everything's good. You know, I said, I stopped you. You're driving a little slow, in my opinion. He didn't have to say the 5 miles under. He said, you're just driving a little slow, man, and I thought, something may have been wrong. I want to do a safety check. Make sure you're okay. You seem to be fine. Have a good day, sir. Consider this, just a verbal warning. And that's it. The fact that he went and wrote him up a fucking warning, for what? You had no reason to write up a warning. And this is why this is just flat out bullshit. And I'm just being as fair as I possibly can. This is bullshit, dude. You wrote him up for driving 5 miles under the speed limit. You gave him a written warning. You're a dick. You're a dumbass. That is bad police. That just is. There's no way that you should be wasting somebody's time to do that type of fuck shit. And you're telling him, hey, man, you can just throw it away when you get to the house. Just throw it on out. It's nothing. It's just you shouldn't have fucking even let it get to that point.
All right.
What was the warning for, sir?
And then when he asking your ass now, the way you challenged him, now you're going to be a dick because he's now challenging you on what you did and how you wasted his time. Then now you're saying, hey, I'm just going to walk off and not say nothing. Just that sometimes officers have to write something in certain areas, but he can use that to file a complaint. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yep. But that's my thing. Is like, you should know better, dude, or just explain it to him. But you need to have your script together. That's all. Because when you have something that's debatable, something that's arbitrary, then you can say, hey, man, you were driving slow. You didn't have to say, well, I clocked you at 5 miles below, because that's not a reason to do it. Like, say I saw you swerve. Say I saw you make an improper lane change, or you change lanes without a signal, you put your signal on too late, or whatever. Say something like that, something that you can literally argue that's going to come down to opinion and your judgment. Don't tell a motherfucker, yeah, I clocked you doing a 50 in a motherfucking 55. Give me your license and registration. Come on, man. There was literally there's no justification for this stop at all. And then for you to just walk off on the plug like that shit was bogus.
He didn't even say what a warning been for, bro.
Exactly. He didn't even say what it was for, bruh. Bruh, what the fuck, bruh? He ain't said nothing. Exactly. And now what does that leave him to do? I gotta ask this motherfucker what time it is. It's like in Lethal Weapon 4 when Danny Glover and Mel Gibson was like, now how did he take that slide off of my gun? He said, how did he do that? And Danny Glover was like, well, gotta go ask him. That's exactly what it leaves you with. Like, how did he pull me over, ask me all these motherfucking questions, and then walk back with a written warning on what? What are you warning me about, sir? Being a safe driver? That's a warning now. Now watch this shit. Yeah, I'm on that shit, Jason.
I'm trying to understand what the warning is for.
It's for traveling under the speed limit, okay?
How fast?
This motherfucker, man. It's for traveling under the speed limit, okay? Now, in my opinion, because of the type of cop that you're dealing with, this is not a well-trained police officer. I would strongly advise against you getting out to challenge a dumbass cop that stopped you for no fucking reason and couldn't even justify their stop. This dude can't even justify your stop. Why get out your car to go ask him? If you want to ask the question, if you want to challenge the stop, drive to the police station and do so. This was not a smart thing to do because this dumbass could now be taken now. Oh, he challenging me now. Oh, no, he trying to show me up now. No, he trying to do this now. So you could have that asshole that will crank this shit up another level. You can definitely do that. So I would tell you not to do this. You got a problem with what the fucking police officer did? Don't hold court in the streets. This ain't the place for it. Yes, he stopped you for some fuck shit. You tried to ask him about it when you was in the car and he walked off on you. All right. Make me want to holler, throw up both my hands. I'm going to drive my ass to the police station and talk to the motherfucking desk sergeant, talk to the watch commander, whoever I got to talk to.
Traveling is, wouldn't you say it's kind of suspicious to travel under the speed limit when the speed limit is 70?
Well,
so what the fuck? I got to put my shit on cruise control at 70 once I get on? What happens if somebody slows down? Oh, God forbid somebody slow down and I got to back up off that 70. I'm now doing an illegal thing. I'm driving too slow now. Really? Come on, man.
My speed,
Sir,
I was traveling at 60, about 68.
I'm not going to argue. I got stuff to do, okay?
Have
a good day.
I did too when you stopped me, so I'm trying to understand. I'm trying
have
to,
a good
so I
morning.
don't make the same infraction. I'm trying to understand it.
Continue on with your day.
That's all he got.
You, sir, Deputy.
All he got is Deputy Snell. Best response is continue with your day, sir. Just go ahead and continue with your day. This is a classic example of what I was talking about yesterday when you have police officers that are not well trained with power, which is the problem with most police departments. Because this would be the guy to all of my dumbass stop and frisk supporters. This is the asshole you want to give stop and frisk to? You want to give this guy the power to stop and frisk? Can you imagine how many motherfuckers he's gonna stop and frisk, pull his gun on, throw to the ground, slam up against the wall, slam to the hood of his car to stop and frisk just because he fucking can? He having a slow day in fucking Sampson County, North Carolina. He's stopping every nigga and every spick that he see driving on his highway that day. If he's patrolling a neighborhood, he patrolling the hood, he throwing every nigga and every spick up against the wall and on the ground. Hands down. Not because he's trying to do good police work, not because he's trying to uphold the law. He's doing it because he can. He want to get his workout on today. I want to see how I want to go for the department record. How many did you stop and frisk today, Snell? Oh, I did 64. How many guns did you get? None. How much drugs did you get? None. I found a Swiss Army pocket knife. Well, goddamn, Snell. Seriously? This is the guy that you want to do that with. And here's the other part to that stop and frisk shit. What happens when a police officer's having a shitty day? His wife just took his kids. His wife just filed for divorce. He just caught his wife fucking his best friend. He just found out his wife is cheating on him. What the fuck you think he's gonna do when he comes to work and he has the power to stop and frisk? Oh, he's stopping and frisking some motherfuckers today. Oh, yeah. My wife just came and took my kids and said she going to her mama's house and she done filed for divorce. Oh, yeah, I'm stopping and frisking all you niggas today. I just caught my wife fucking this black dude. Oh, yeah, all you black motherfuckers getting stopped and frisked today. My wife fucking the goddamn lawn man, motherfucking every goddamn Lopez, Sanchez, and Francisco and Quiles is getting stopped and frisked on today. That's what's gonna happen. You don't give power like that because this is what happens to people who have that power. This dude made an illegal stop and he had no probable cause whatsoever, but made up some shit and stopped the motherfucker legally. He stopped the motherfucker illegally. He just literally made up some shit and stopped the motherfucker. And he wasn't supposed to do it, but did it. Right, exactly, Jason. I would pull up in front of every Home Depot and Lowe's this morning, and I'm stopping and frisking every last one of them motherfucking Mexicans looking for work. I'm stopping them all. Them motherfuckers pull up with them work trucks trying to hire some Mexicans for the day, and they all up against the wall. Ay, caramba, ay, you do something, I do nothing. That's what they gonna do. That's why stop and frisk is a bad thing. That's why Bloomberg, like me and my brother Eric was talking today, that's why Bloomberg is backpedaling that fuck shit. That's why I couldn't understand why Brandon Taylor was trying to promote that bullshit and justify it. No, he's backpedaling that shit because he saw how out of control that shit got. Didn't want to admit it, but it gets out of control. I'm gonna tell you like this. It would be better as a sergeant, as a police officer, as a commanding officer. It would be better to tell your guys, hey, tonight, I want y'all to stop and frisk every motherfucking nigga y'all see. Every motherfucking Hispanic y'all see. Every spick y'all see. Every wetback, every nigga, stop and frisk they motherfucking ass. Tonight. Turn up on these motherfuckers. Nobody walks. You catch it with anything. They get caught with a fucking a roach. One rock. Take them down. Take them in. It would be better to do that than to put stop and frisk in action. Because a few hours or a shift of stop and frisk is way better than putting that shit in as a fucking law that they can do every goddamn night. Because even if half of the stop and frisk that night get thrown out because there was no probable cause, You still got the drugs and the guns off the streets. I'm telling you, that's how bad stop and frisk is. That's how fucked up stop and frisk will become. It'll get out of hand. You giving too much power to one group that already has some power over everyone else. That's it. But I just wanted to break that down. That stop was terrible. Like I said, I'll be the first one to call out a nigga when they do some fuck shit. I'll be the first one that be applaud niggas when they get tased, when they fuck up. But I gotta call it on both sides, and I gotta be fair and just and righteous in saying, hey, when the police do dumb shit, when the police make bad stops, you gotta hold them accountable too, man. That was some bullshit, Officer Deputy Patrick Snell of the North Carolina Sampson County Sheriff's Department. That was some fuck shit, dude. You should not have done it that way. You want to make a stop, get a script together and make sure you got a stop to where you can say in your own personal judgment, this is why you pulled this person over. You make it a judgment call. Don't try to quote a motherfucker on some lawful shit and say, yeah, 5 miles below. You don't think that's a little bit slow? No, you dumbass. Dude was driving safe. You fucked with him because he was black in a new car. Bullshit. But exactly, Deputy Snell. I gotta give you one more for that. Yes, it was. All right, I just want to say thanks to everybody that came through tonight. Thank you for clicking that like button. That's what's up. Click the subscribe button. Everybody on the United Guns of America side, I appreciate y'all coming through and checking your boy out. Shout out and salute to everybody that commented in the chat tonight. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? What up with the Quiet Storms? I ain't seen you in a while neither. That's what's up. Hey, but thank you guys. I appreciate my brother Jason Guns always being in the chat, always having my back. My brother, let me go ahead and say thank you to everybody that donated on tonight. Yes, on tonight. Let's see who we got here. Let's close that. I don't know why this shit always take a good little while to open up. Nobody on the Cash App, but let's go over to the PayPal side of the game. And who do we have? Tell him what he's won, Bob. All right. My man D Strahan donated $10 to your boy. That's what's up, man. Always looking out. Hit me with 5. Came back, hit me with another 5. My man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your donation. Also, my man Troy Sherman hit your boy off with a buck. Said, hey, man, glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm good, man. It's good to be back. I miss y'all. And also, that was Beverly Jones that hit me up last night. Let's see here. Everybody else, I believe that is it. Oh, my brother Jason Gunn hit your boy up with $25. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Let's see here. Let me go into the Cash App here. There we go. Is that it? Why is that doing? There we go. My man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. My man Jason Guns looking out for your boy. Hey, look, testing out your Cash App. Yes, it works. All right, Quiet Storms. Much love to you, man. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody for taking the time to come out and chill with your boy. I'm so glad to be able to do what it is that we do. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge my brother DJ Just J, okay, who's always supporting and always doing his thing on the Soto Podcast. If you have not checked out the Soto Podcast or subscribe to it, you ain't shit. Nah, but get your ass on over there and check him out. DJ Just J, okay. Hey, man, he is an incredible content creator. He looks out for the kids. He looks out for the kids, and I appreciate him for what he does with something that I cannot do. And last but definitely not least, my brother from another mother, like no other, not Trouble T. Roy, but my man Tommy Sotomayor. I love you, brother. Shout out to you. Salute to you. Thank you for everything that you do to try to help us become better version of ourselves. And I want to also say, if you have not checked out A Fatherless America, do that. It is a great movie. If you have not subscribed to any of Tommy channels, go to his website at tjskoc.com and you can check out all of his content there. I love you guys and salute to the greatest nation in the world, Soto Nation. Y'all have a good night. As always, I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America, where it's always better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Thank you guys. I love y'all. Peace. And I'm out. Here I is. Yeah, buddy.